any more left left. Do a little bit of exercising. Burn off some steam. Phone holder. This is a good clear position for this one. It's equally accessible with both hands. Left, right hand is about as easy to use with both hands. Another advantage, it doesn't interfere with leg movement, foot or leg movement. If I do this, for example, especially if it's a bit lower, if it's here, it can get in the way of moving your legs or something. For a straight kick, for example. If it's here, on the outside, it can interfere with range of motion. This is the physical probobust. This is the this is the Mora kniv probobust, and this is the Fiskarskrifoner. Both are decent. I'd say good even. Budget utility knives. Now for a fighting knife, this is better. Even the cold steel recoil tanker. It's just silly sometimes to display things that I just unsheath and knife. There's a Japanese martial art called Aido, the which is more historically accurate. So there's a martial art form called Hina, historically accurate European martial arts, and so forth. It's historical European martial arts. So Aido is more historically accurate. I look at Kendo, look at Aido, how they train Aido. It's closer to how samurais actually fought their swords. With a Shinai samurai, it's a straight stick, and katanas are such curved, and it's more touching. So it's kind of like pawn fighting. Now you can still get better sword fighting by playing Kendo. It's the footwork, the fundamentals, moving in, out, hitting, not being hit, and things like this. But Aido is closer. So if I was gonna, if my life was a movie and it's like a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I go to Japan to train martial arts, it's like a montage of training, and then I'm gonna start fighting people in sword fights, stuff like this. It's like I'd pick training Aido over training Kendo, because it's closer to how they actually used swords. I looked at a video about yesterday, some people training it. Cutting from the sheath is part of sword fighting martial arts too. Whereas I'm cutting in the same motion, cutting with the drawing motion. Right? See here, rather than pulling it and then cutting. It's cutting with the unsheathing motion. It's the same movement. See? And as I'm pulling it, I'm cutting with the same motion. Rather than assume one of many stances, where it's here, and then cutting, attacking. One movement, pulling the weapon and cutting, the same movement, same motion. Rather than 1, 2, 3, goes 1. Yeah. I was doing some knife fighting, shadowboxing yesterday, off camera. Don't try anything you see me doing this live stream at home. Get some training. This is a training knife. Full series Contento. I have both the actual knife and the training knife one. With two knives, you can attack in two directions simultaneously. There's one person here, one person here, for example, or here. See here. Whereas with one knife, you can attack only one time, in one direction at a time. Like attacking here, attacking back. So there's an advantage with two knives. Different ways to attack from the same goal stance. The uppercut style can be shut too. Yeah. I punch so hard I give myself brain damage. Okay, that's a joke. There's some truth to it. Sometimes I move so fast like that. I feel like I'm rattling. There's too much vibrations going on. Okay. And it's like if people feel, it's like, oh, Mike, look, I'm not aggressive. I'm training. Okay. Some people might be like, they see a guy throwing punch at the can't be like, I feel like, it's like, if I'm aggressive, it'll be clear. Okay. That's the point. So there's power in having powerful, fast, and accurate punches, where you can move towards somebody and unleash ferocious combos. Where it's like there's 6 punches per second at your head, understand? Like here. See here. It's like bang, 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 one here. Here. Yeah, we're not doing more of that high gear shadow boxing stuff, okay? There's like a limit to how many times per month I should be doing that. But we'll do a little bit light. 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, X2. See? See here. You know, in, ba, 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 out. Okay. Here. And mid punch throwing, my upper body is covered. Like, if I slow it down. See here. That's 6. 4 to the head, double to the body. Here's another one like to practice this. Close the distance. And this is something I've seen people doing boxing matches in a variety of ways. But like here, out of touching range, step in. A lot of times the jab will be landing to the solar plexus, like the Gallagher. But like, kind of like this. And you can do it straight down. It's kind of like this. Or I could do it leaning this way. Here. So, don't try anything, see me do this video at home. So yesterday, I was reading the book of 5 rings again. I was looking at a channel that I subscribed to recently. Japanese idol gym, and they had a woman there who was an idol, idol, how do you pronounce it? The thing is the thing, not the name of the thing. So, and I was looking at it, I'm into this type of stuff. It's like I started moving around doing shadow boxing. So that's the point. Kendo, I'm not like knocking kendo, but it's kind of like karate touch championships. Where it's like, some martial arts, maybe taekwondo, where they have full contact, and then they have like touch, point fighting. Kendo is more kind of point fighting. And idol, pronunciation question mark, that's more true to historically accurate Japanese sword fighting. Okay? So with the kendo, you have straight sticks, shinai, whatever you call it, shinai, okay? The straight bamboo, they're very light. And they touch more, see? Whereas in idol, they use it more like, understand, if I use snap like this, and then touch here. It counts as a hit to the head, okay? It's like touch, okay? And you do a muscle memory for that. Whereas in a real sword fight, if I want to hurt you, it will be like, see here, where I'm pushing through the cut. So, kendo, like somebody has like a katana for home defense or something like this. Training kendo is going to make you more effective at fighting with that sword. But if I was going to prepare for an actual sword duel, like some kind of movie, I pick like idols. Understand? So if I would in real life, it'd be like, I'm going to fight a guy, some kind of samurai in Japan, and you get like 3 months of training at a gym, and like what they teach is all allowed to train, okay? So it's like, and like follow the drills of the classes. And you can pick kendo or aido. I pick aido because it's closer to how they actually fought with swords. They have wood bokken for sparring. They do bokken sparring. Maybe not beginner level, okay? Because you get hurt, you can break your fingers, all kinds of stuff. You can get hurt, okay? So it's a wooden sword. But a lot of it is like things that I've been doing training knife fighting martial arts. Where it's like drawing the weapon, assuming a stance, and then drilling the cuts. And it's like doing things like this. Only with a sword, okay? Like an actual sword. So that's, yeah, the Book of Five Rings, Musashi would be all on board with me having training with knives. Because in Japan, it's about being effective. So in Japan, the samurai had 2 swords, a katana and wakizashi, and they were allowed to carry them in public. Now, good luck me strapping like a katana sword in my belt and walking outdoors with it, see how long it takes until the cops can get me, understand? Okay, so, and in my home, it's like if I would have a katana here in my belt, it hurts my range of motion, I end up not wearing it. It's like going through doorways, it's like I had to walk sideways, and things like this. So, since I have knives on me at all times, 2 of them, it makes sense that's what I'm training with. It's like, it's not like training, I'm not training martial arts with like a ball on a chain with spikes on it. That is like, I'm not walking around with that on my shoulder all the time. Now, it's better to have some skill there than nothing. But the knives that I have on me, since I have the knives on me, it makes sense that's what I'm training with. And it's like, if I have a Baya katana wakizashi I have on the wall, it's like, yeah, you can train with that. But most likely, if I'm going to be ending up using my martial arts training for self-defense, I'm not going to have a katana wakizashi on me. So let's say right now I'm cooking, bang, it's like the door gets kicked down or a window or something like this. It's like, if I stand out on my balcony smoking, and it's like bang, so the window breaks, it's like some crack that comes through the window. If I have like, well, I have a katana on the wall in my bedroom, the guy is in between me and the weapon. So it's like, I have weapon, understand, like right now somebody's all of a sudden in some way in my apartment. I have the knife right here, understand? So it makes sense, since that's what I have on me. If there's a situation that I have to use lethal force to defend my life right now, that is what I'm gonna have on me. Something I have on me. So, a wakizashi is for indoor use, more so than outdoor use. And outdoor, but it's still the same thing, see? Okay, it's still the same thing. It's a big knife and a small knife, see? For example, if you had these. It's a big knife. This would be, a knife is a small sword, and a sword is a big knife. So if you would XL this, like upscale it, like, okay, you upscale this, it'd be a sword. Understand? You upscale this, it'd be a machete or a sword. Now you can't like upscale it truly, because maybe the handle, the proportions, it'd be ineffective. But if you would upscale this, just make it twice as big or 3 times as big, well, it will work, because it will be like, you can grip with 2 hands. So if you make this like 10x, 10 times as big, it's a sword. See? So, a sword is a small knife, is as a small knife. A knife is as a small sword. So, this is a katana, this is a wakizashi. If you, okay, you can think of it like that. It's a big blade and a small blade, You can train with it. Here. Yesterday was usually a chef's knife for shadow boxing. Now here's the thing. My mom is gonna work, okay. Also my girlfriend was like this. She's like, don't train with real knives like this. Okay. It's like they get worried, okay? People are getting worried, okay? People are women, okay? So here's the point. Uh, I don't recommend people to train as I do. So I thought about this earlier. I have a tendency to get carried away. So it might be better I train more with the trading knives, okay? I have a tendency to get carried away. So it's like, let's say when you said I punch a ball, but I've been doing punches, okay? Throwing many hard punches, next day my wrists are on fire. And it's like, I feel like I'd like to throw punches, do a training session in boxing. But I say I shouldn't because I'm building up an overuse injury. It's like, I want to, but I might have to wait. And then that throws it, I could do a light. Okay, so it's like, I go, decide, let's do a light training session, okay? And it ends up being more than light most of the time. So I tend to get carried away. So, doing things like this, like slow and controlled with the knife, is less risky than if I'm like bouncing around, moving with two knives and jumping through the air and moving fast, etc. But even if I like, let's do this type of training today, okay, tight and slow control, it's like a lot of times I end up getting into the more wild stuff, okay. So it might be better to build a habit of using the training knives. So I like cold steel. Cold steel is like the H and K of the knife world, as far as I'm concerned. It's like H and K has a reputation for they make good weapons. Okay, it's like durable and strong and everything, so it's reliable. So I like cold steel. And something about cold steel. A lot of times they have a training version of the knife. So if you buy like a cold steel X knife, Recon 10, or you can find a training knife for that's the same dimensions essentially. So you want to train with something that's as close to the actual thing. Now here's another thing you can do. You can train with the sheet on it, okay, which makes it less dangerous. For example, if I'm training like this, there's a sheath. It doesn't make it completely safe because traction on here can still deploy the weapon. But here, this, if I didn't have a sheath here, I'd be delivering punch wounds to my leg right now. Okay. Now, I would recommend using it for sparring against another human. Okay, because that can be problematic. But if you're gonna do shadow boxing, you can do it with the sheath on it. Okay. So I like this type of stuff. So I'm getting the training out of my system before I crack open the rum bottle that I bought. I've trained before in whatever state I am, therein do I train or something like this. So if it's like I thought about this, it's like I don't only train when it's like I'm on my A game. I feel super energized. I feel like I'm on my A game or something like this, and I'm sharp or something like this. No, it's like sometimes I train where I feel like tired, or like I've trained drunk. I've trained like when I sleep deprived. I've trained where I have low energy, mid energy, high energy, things like this. Like you're getting experience of working from different states, things like this. Whatever. We're not gonna overtalk things. I'm gonna get back to doing. So another thing that I've noticed is it's easier for me to do things fast than to do it slow. Is that if I start doing things slow, the technique becomes bad, worse a lot of times. But it's like if I do it fast, it's better. But it's like if I do this, that's the effect it counts. But if I want to slow it down, it's not as good. Okay. That's the point. So how I like to train, have been training with knives, knife fighting martial arts. It's like some basic stuff. Having the knife, assuming different stances, aka guards, and then attacking from those stances and guards. That's a big part of it. So it's like here's a stance here, I just say, and then attacking from this in different ways. So here's one way to attack from this. Here, there's another way to attack from here. Here, here's one way. Here, and I'm incorporating level change there. So here, here's another way to attack from there. Here. See, notice here where I wind it up and come up here. So from here, let's assume another stance. So here, so here, see? And then at this point, I've expended the energy. So the danger zone is before this point, mostly. Okay, obviously, if I stop it here, in front of that, it's more or less safe. So here is coming. There's another one. See here. See here. 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 Okay. That could be here, for example. Here. Okay. Yeah. If you do it slower, it looks like you're telegraphing. Here's another thing. If you telegraph fast enough, you stop being telegraphing. That's one thing I learned for training. So if I do that, for example, here. Okay, or like this maybe. Here, no, not here. Go down here, and that's also something. That's telegraphing if I do this. Okay, if I go, see here, and that's the same movement. I'm bringing my hand down here behind my ass, get some balance here, and then launch it at you. But if I'm doing it fast enough, it's just been telegraphing. If I do it here, okay, that is telegraphing. If I go, see here, I brought it back here and then launched it. But if it's fast enough, it's just been telegraphing. Now, elite boxers, they said this, there can be a level where it's still telegraphing. Okay, meaning if you saw an elite boxer, like this movement is he knows of his comments, so even surveys of his. Here's a point. See here. This is what I did more or less. So, if you telegraph fast enough, high level telegraphing, teaching telegraphing, okay, that's my thinking. You learn to telegraph fast enough, it's no longer telegraphing. And the telegraphing is power building, see? So, do you understand? So it's like, okay, so it's like, don't telegraph, no, get better at telegraphing. Because when I'm telegraphing, like this, for example, okay, I'm charging up my punch, okay, or something like this, maybe. Here, okay, that's telegraphing your right hand. If I go, it's like here, it's like, now I do it fast enough, the telegraphing is, I'm charging something up, and you can see what I'm charging up more or less. Like if you telegraph fast enough, it's no longer telegraphing. Meaning telegraph is like, oh, I see what's coming. Okay, if it's fast enough, you don't see what's coming. It's here. See here, only faster. Or here, if I go down here, for example, here, or throw something. If you go, see here, and then forward fast enough. So speed is important. Now speed is not the end all be all. If you do bad technique super fast, that doesn't mean that it's good. Okay, like doing bad techniques quickly doesn't make the techniques good. Okay, so here's the point. Yeah, I like that type of stuff. So, practicing with two knives, like doing that. I start out with one knife. Later on, I start trying with two knives, and it's like it's about twice as much as fun. Okay, so here's the point. You have this here. Here's another goal. So you notice here, where it's similar to boxing. It's like same thing. Where it's like moving in, out, hitting, up, and hit. Right? That still applies to knife fight and sword fight and stuff like this. It's like fundamental footwork, moving in, out, left, right, parrying, blocking, not being hit by your opponent's attacks. This is one of the ways to go about that. Moving in, delivering attacks, possibly moving out, hitting, not being hit, giving damage, receiving as little damage as possible. It's still the same things. And you can even like apply like boxing stuff and Muay Thai to knife fight. Now it might not be the optimal, but it's like you can apply it. Okay. So for example, here, I have this guard here. Then I'm like pumping the jab, I'm throwing the jab, which is kind of like a light attack. And then the power right. So it's like the right is the power attack, so this is more like quick stuff, okay? Here, for example, here. Okay, here. Power right. Like moving back and moving in. Bang, 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 power right, okay? Now, it's here. smallest knife in the left, stab, 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 powerful slash, okay. Or with reverse grip, stab, 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 quick stab, 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 in, out, 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 powerful stab. See, it's the same things. Even the Muay Thai elbow strikes. It's like here's an elbow strike. Just moving this up here, or here, this, here. Now with the reverse grip, it's like 95% same body dynamics. When I'm attacked with the knife. Same here with elbow strike. Like this, for example. If I'm holding knife here, it's an elbow strike, only the distance changes. It's like, see, it's pretty much the same body dynamics as for an elbow strike. Like 90% the same also. So here, upward elbow strike here, with a knife, elbow strike, only the timing distance is different when you're holding a knife. Same with punches, applying punching body dynamics to knife fighting. If I throw a punch here at your chin here, if I'm holding a knife with reverse grip, it's the same way I move my body, only I'm missing on purpose. Instead of trying to hit my knuckles with your chin, I'm punching to the side of your head and I'm punching hitting with the blade. It's the same thing. See here. See here. Here. See here. See here. Or here. See here. Overhand. See, it's a cut. Now, fighting with knives against somebody with a sword is more difficult. Now, you can use both knives to block, parry, okay? So, if a downward 12 to 6 slash is coming, and I have the knife here, see, it's not like straight force on force. Here's a attack coming, and it's like straight force or straight force. Necessarily, it might not be the best way to block, but it's deflecting, like angle armor attack. If you're doing a 12 to 6 like this might be the best angle to have your attack hit here, and then scoot it to the side here, and then fall up with a caramel. Same with swords. Same with swords. Here, you can think it's longer. If I'm here, you throw 12 to 6, go like this, and your sword comes here and then scoots to the side, and then I can counter, move in, and attack like this. It's a lot harder to connect with things with this small of a blade versus a sword. It's like you have to be less accurate. If you're trying to be like, you fight someone with a sword, and like a blade here, and not being hit in your fingers too. So whatever, here's the point. Grips. Here's a grip. Here's an augmentation of that grip, where this is like a basic grip. Use this a lot. Here. Same grip, only the thumb is not at the back of the blade, it's at the back of the handle, and I have the pinky at the bottom. Here. Which makes it better for stabbing. Here is a handy grip. Now here is I call it just a reverse grip, okay? Here. This is a good strong grip for blocking things. This is strong like blocking grip. And also for stabs, okay? With the thumb at the back, it gives more resistance. So I would hit like a shoulder something like this, a powerful attack. Sudden resistance. This can happen. With a good design, like here, this is made to be grippy. It has a pronounced finger guard and things like this. But still, if you have a little bit too loose of a grip, it can save you to have a thumb here. Meaning that you hit something like a hip bone or a shoulder with something really hard. This sudden resistance, it can happen, it slides down like this. So with the same looseness of these fingers, having the thumb here makes a big difference. Okay, so this is a good stabbing grip in different ways. And also punch cutting like this, like punch cutting. like this, like throwing punches with the blade. Okay. And once again, elbow strikes. See here, this is I practice elbow strikes in shambles. Okay, like here, move in, or here, move in close the distance and like wide. Okay, that is a lot of times elbow strikes is more technical, close range, standing in front of the person, and it's like more tight and like control and things like this. But I like to use elbow strikes in training, where it's like closing the distance and generate a lot of power. Where it's like my whole body is behind elbow strikes, and it's more wide, okay, bigger movements, and not that much like standing close range and throwing technical, like more control. It's like big movements. So it's here, like here, for example. Okay. Now here, elbow strikes, like here. If that's an elbow strike, okay, this is fourth generation. Holding a knife, the same thing I'm cutting. Here. See here, I'm cutting it. See what happened? If something suddenly close range, which is where you could use an elbow strike. Like this, for example, or here. Let you throw this up here. Same thing with a knife here. Throwing this up here, I'm cutting for myself. See here, it can connect all the way down here, or it can be at the head. And then a natural follow-up, 1-2s, is like from here, like here, cutting up there. Miss or not, here. This is the natural follow-up, which is similar generating power for an elbow like this. Whereas here, similar to that. Here. See here. Okay, and with these type of attacks, a good grip is important. Joe Rogan talked about this, like the unrealistic knife or like edged weapon use in like the zombie movies, where it's like somebody kind of walks up, the zombie goes up, and just slides in like a hot knife to butter or something like this. How like a human cranium is not that easy to penetrate, which is correct. Meaning, if I want to, with the cause ricontanto, crash through the cranium and like slide into your brain, which is not impossible to do. Okay, it's like either it's like the punch dynamics, like the throwing punch. Like, is it impossible to break a rib cage bare knuckle punch somebody in the chest? No, but it's like there's certain things that make it more likely it will have that effect, like how explosive you are, things like this. Okay, technique, like here, they're throwing it, and then maybe another person can generate the same type of power. Okay, now it's possible to do with a ricontanto, even for people that are not very strong and fast and this, with good technique. For example, here, if I do one of these here, for example, like okay, similar to Muay Thai, like jump up into the air and then throw something here, where my whole body weight is behind it. Now the weakness is the grip, so all that power you're generating is potential power. If your grip is bad, as soon as you connect, you're losing all that power. See? Like if I have a powerful stab here to your rib cage, and it's like hard enough to, if it was like a robot arm holding it, this force I generated is gonna break through the ribs. Even if it hits the ribs, it's gonna break the ribs and slide through into the body. Now, if I have that power, but my grip is too loose, doesn't matter how hard I'm swinging my arm. Like as soon as I impact, all that potential energy can be transferred into the body by penetration. It disappears by my hand sliding up. So a grip is a basic and fundamental, it's very important. Because if I have a grip and I can hit really hard and be accurate at a wood board, and it slides out, I cut myself or lose the knife, and it's really not penetrating. So a good grip is important. Which is why when I talk about this, like this, grips are basics, fundamentals. So here's a basic grip with the thumb at the back. Augmentation of that, slightly different, is sliding down so the thumb is here on the handle instead of on the blade, and then the pinky goes at the bottom, which makes it stronger for stabs here. So the pinky acts as a backstop here. That makes it a little bit more wobbly this way, okay? Here is like a heavy grip. Here, with the thumb at the bottom here, this is a good grip for stabbing like this or like this. So if you want to slice through human cranium, you have to generate power and you have to have a good grip, okay? And it also matters the aim of this. So it's not gonna be like this, just like this. It's gonna slide through like a zombie movie. If you wanted to like punch a cold recontento through cranium, you have to generate a lot of force. You have to have a good grip, okay? It also matters what type of knife. So this Fiskars K40, if I would hit a cranium, it might snap off or bend or something like this. Because it's not made for that. For stabbing, it's made for cutting sticks and carpentry work, as I said. So here's the point. Here, if it's like a midget zombie, okay, I had to generate more, get higher if this is like a Michael Jordan zombie, okay. But here it's like it's a zombie, okay. It's not that tall, okay. Like here, okay. So it's not like hits the head like this. It's okay here with a good grip, or it's like yeah, it's hard enough, but it's like as soon as I connect, I got a loose grip. Okay, it just doesn't penetrate. So a lot of times it makes more sense to attack the softer parts of the body than the harder parts. So the cranium is like, if you shoot somebody in the head, it's like, okay, like to neutralize somebody, get them to stop fighting if they're fighting right now. Is that one of the quickest ways to like get them out of the fight is to shoot them in the head, okay? So the same thing applies to knife fight. Like you can slide a knife into the brain. There's like one attack, if you do it can neutralize the person. Now, that's easy said and done, okay? So, for example, here, cranium sideways here, like this. It's not impossible it hits the right spot. They can, especially the side of the head, they can, but it's like, okay. A lot of times it's better you target softer parts of the body, like the neck or here, for example. Here's another stance, see? And here, this is pretty as the up kick. And it can also be used to sacrifice my arm to catch a knife here and then deliver a lethal wound. So a cut here is a non-lethal wound, okay? So it's like here, this is often coming from my neck here, and I take it here, and that's not a mortal wound. It's like slice off my arm. But if I can counter it, okay, here, and deliver a cut to your neck, that's a lethal wound. Okay, that's a fatal wound or potentially fatal. So in certain cases, it's not that the goal is you don't train to catch blades with your body, okay? But it's like that's part of it. Was like it's better to get a knife blade here than here, okay? Like here. It's better to take it here than here, okay? Now imagine if I end up getting it mixed up like the actual knife. I gotta pay attention there because I got the actual cold steel knife. Now here's the thing, it's marked so it looks different with the medical tape on it. Okay, we should use some wounds things like this. So here's the point: is you wound and you heal, so that this possibly get cut, you can get that tape on you. So here's the point. Here's another thing. See here. So how I've been training. It's not only standing still and do like form and guards and things like this. That's a big part of it. But also doing like shadow boxing, where I'm moving around, attacking different ways, in, out, and things like this, mixing it up. So starting out stance and shadow boxing, later on go to impact training. We impact the things with the techniques. And if you want to do things like this, get a training knife because you're more likely to get hurt if you start training with real knives than not getting hurt. Okay. So this is the Corsi Ricontento. This is an all-round training knife that can be used both for solo shadow boxing training, some impact training, and for sparring. So it's rigid enough to be able to use it like this without it's like flapping around, okay? It will be too soft. Now, if I had a training knife that I was going to use only for solo training and not for sparring, I'd like it to be harder, okay? This is kind of like an all-round. You can use this. It's rigid enough where I can use it for impact training. but it's not so rigid that it's like stupid to use it for sparring. Like, okay, so for solo training you want a stiff, hard training knife, and for sparring you want something wobbly and softer. If you're going to be sparring with another person and actually connecting to their body with your attacks, especially stabs. If it's like a hard plastic knife stabbing to rib cage, you still break ribs. Hitting here, you can still like a liver punch, understand? It can dig in and hurt the liver. And then typically you want to avoid attacking to the head if you don't have some kind of helmet or protective gear, because like an eye poke, even with this can cause damage. So. And then from here, this is the natural follow-up. So if you end up from here, slashing it up here, is the natural follow-up. So maybe this slash is here, hit or miss, and up over here, and then the follow-up could be a stab here, 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 or here. Okay. Let's see here, where I'm going for here, the neck, and then change the level and go here, for example. Like 1, 2, for example. That would be good if you can connect with both as you want to. See here, for example. Here. Okay. So the same Muay Thai stuff applies to knife fighting. Where if you can capture the neck, you can, instead of like this, is this, or here with this guard, you can get the neck, pull into the attack like this. Here. See here. Or here. See? Here. And it's like throwing elbow, only the distance changes. So it's like here, elbow. See here. Knife. Elbow, only the distance is changing. Here's another. Here, kind of similar guard, or here, it's not a guard, with reverse grip. A natural way, more natural way to take is this here. The punch coming here or here, here, here. Like top level here. And I'm doing a level change at the same time. Now, if I end up down here after this, there's a body stab here. There's a natural, or to the leg or whatever. But here, different ways to attack from here. See here. You see? And then you don't want to get like OCD. There's obviously different ways. The details you can think about it. It's like here, attacking and I'm being static. And then you can go move back as you do. You can lean, you can do all kinds of stuff. But it's like the basic is, here's the stance, and then here's a way to attack from it, like this. See here. Here. Another way to attack from here, which is more unexpected, is here. Okay, a stab. Another way, you can attack like this, see here. 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 Or here. See? Here. And this can be here, like an uppercut, or it can be here, or here. See here. And over here. Let's see here. And this could be, I'm moving to attack, person is following me as I'm moving back. Here. Here. Now from here, the natural follow-up are things like this, from this new position here. Here, for example. And so it's not too static. Where it's like, okay, here, attack like this, back. You have to bear in mind, when you're hitting something, hit or miss, especially if you miss, especially if you're powerful. If you impact his head with this, you like to slide off. If you miss, especially to be turned, okay? So here, see, that's a cat. If this was a real life, my hand would be jacked right there, okay? So here, okay? Notice where I end up. Especially if I'm hitting to the head, and the person does this or something like this, or whole body moving back. So here, so you end up more out of position if I'm not delivering that energy. So part of the training has been learning to be dangerous from all kinds of positions, from awkward positions, recover from awkward positions. They're like natural positions that you might end up in. Okay, for example, here, and up here, practicing attack from this newfound position, which is a position that's not irrational, you could end up in, but it's like natural. You attack something 12 to 6, you're likely to end up here, or here. It's not unlikely, okay? Like if I attack here, like this, to your torso, slides off and up to the side, and then practicing from this position, attacking from here in different ways. So you're building up muscle memories. It's not the first time. If you only do like training knife fighting, it's for a mirror. It's like one, tight, controlled. But if you're in a real fight, it's like you end up doing something like this, hard. It's like you end up here, and you've never, or here, you've never moved your body from here before. It's the first time. See? It's like you never moved your body from here and hitting something that you want to hit before. You have no muscle effort. So you don't want to, it makes sense. It's not just like bang, 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 bang. Because if this ends up happening, you want to have practice from this position, attacking from there. And all kinds of awkward positions. Even so that I made a game of it where it's like there's something ridiculous, like here, okay? Here. And it's like attacking from here. See, here, for example. Or like here. See, here. Or here. Like, see here, or see here. Now, what is here? That's a dangerous cut. Meaning, if you hit your own leg here, kind of like this. Here. Notice how you can block with it too. And once it's not magic, it's not a lightsaber, which means if I'm catching things, like a punch coming up here, so yeah, I can do this and I have a punch at the blade. If I punch a jab coming to my jaw, so I do this, your hand is being jabbed. Now, if my grip is bad, it can make me lose the knife or like turn the knife into my body. So a better block grip can be this, here. And then supporting with the other hand. So here, if a kick is coming to my head, like a head kick, yeah, it's just putting the knife here, it's going to deliver a cut to the leg kicking me. But it can also make me lose the knife, or worse, turn the knife into my body. So it's worse than getting kicked now. Now, if I will kick into a knife, it's like, that's going to hurt my leg. If you hold a sword and I kick into it, okay, or a knife. So I call it the sword is the shield. Where it's like, that doesn't mean that the sword is the shield, meaning what? It's not just, the knife is not just something I'm using to deliver damage to you as a weapon. It's also something I'm using to protect myself and intercept things and make attacks not hurt me. Okay, so here's the point. Here, for example, if you punch into this, it's hurting you. Once again, a good grip is important. So, if there's a kick coming to my head here, and I do this, and you kick into that, that's hurting your leg. Now, it's not bad, so I might lose the knife, and it might cut me. So, here's a better grip. Here, for example, supporting it. Here, this is stronger grip. Here. Now, the weak link is the wrist and the fingers. So that force is applied here. The fingers, okay? There's force on the fingers and the wrist. So a blocking grip, I figured out, is pre-assuming like this position, where it's not here, and it is leverage if a kick comes here. And notice what happened to my wrist and my fingers, okay? Now imagine a kick hitting here, okay? So if I pre-assume, I put the knife on my forearm here, this is stronger. Okay, now there's some differences there, where it's like how much muscle padding do you have? If it's still on bone here, like, okay, that's everything. It can be dangerous. If you put a knife here, you can poke and cut yourself. But here, see, this is a blocking grip. Whereas I'm putting it on my forearm first. See here. See here. And this is stronger than having here, and it becomes leverage. So it's like, especially if you have like a sweatband here, or a winter coat, something that's like padding in between the blade and your arm. It can be better. Here. Here. This is stronger than this. Because the force is being delivered straight into my arm and not into the hand. If I have it here, it like leverage, it creates force in my wrist and my fingers. If I put it from the beginning on my forearm, as soon as something hits the blade, the end is going straight back into my forearm, and it's not turning anything up here. So the fingers are mostly used just to hold the knife in this position. Okay. Whatever, this is different things. So, yeah, good times. So, knife fighting makes sense, because it's like something I have on me at all times. So I don't have like a katana on me at all times walking around in my house. So if I'm training, like realistic minded, it's like, so I'm training something that could make sense in a fight if I had to defend my life, okay? So it's like if I have a spear, okay? Now, if I'm on the back of the smoking, it's like bang, somebody's in my apartment now. In between me and the bedroom, I got the spear, so I got in the bedroom, okay? Let's say I got in the bedroom, okay? So it's like I have a knife on right there, so most likely if I end up needing to use, like fight somebody, what I don't have on my person, suddenly I need to use force to defend myself, it would be a knife that's right there, understand? If I'm sitting and shit on the toilet, I got a knife on me, understand? If I'm washing the dish, I got a knife. It's like if you end up in a situation you have to use force to defend yourself, it's like the knife is the weapon I have on my person all the time. So if I have like a katana in my bedroom or something like this, I might be able to get to it. So the samurai trained with the weapons they were carrying on them at all times. If they get into a fight to the death, that's what the tools they have on them, okay? It's not like the fringe is like I'm training with like something that I don't carry, okay? Now that can be good to give you experience. So whatever is the point, I like this type of stuff. I'm gonna finish up pretty soon. I still didn't do the nasal rinse coming home. I've been preparing for that, so let's do that now. In my previous stream, post-homecoming procedures were engaged in. Okay, I was engaged in some standard post-homecoming operating procedures while being a particular individual at home. Okay, so here's the point. Okay, so I was talking about it, so I'll show it to you now. So part of the standard homecoming, after I come home from outside, I rinse my mouth out with salt water and do a nasal rinse, which is similar to a native part, in effect, only better with this nasal monojack. So it looks like a huge syringe used to inject bullets or something like this. It looks like an oversized syringe, only instead of a needle at the end, it has a silicone tip. And you put it in one nostril, push on it, shoots up salt water, comes out the other side. And that's better than a native part, which like you put a native part and that tilt your head, because with this you can regulate the pressure. It's like if you want it to be fast, you push fast on the plunger. If you want kind of like a gentle thing, you push slow on it. But if you want to be like have like some force in it, you can have some force in it. So how I do the salt water, which is for mouthwash and nasal rinses, instead of commercial from the pharmacy mouthwash or whatever, the supermarket. I don't like those. Just plain salt water. I'll show you how to do that. We'll boil out some water here. And I can recommend this to other people. Use this. Make your own salt water. Use that for mouthwash. Use that for mouthwash. If you want to use mouthwash instead of commercial stuff, there's all these chemicals. And God knows what. This is a liter glass bottle. I hang on to glass bottles because it's better to drink out of glass than plastic. So I use glass water bottles, protein shakes, things like this. And obviously for uses like this, it's kind of common sense to be plastic on or water. So about a heaping teaspoon of salt. This is a little bit. Yeah, so don't try the multiple plants you see perform at home. As a disclaimer, and serious. It's like don't use actual real knife for training. Okay. It's dangerous. It can't be. And if you start doing shadow boxing with an actual sharp pointy knife, it's like it's more likely not that the pressure on that is especially strong. So don't try it at home or anywhere else. You don't want to get into legal like this thing, don't try it at home. Someone said, well, you didn't say don't try it out home. Okay, so don't try it anywhere, okay? Don't try it anywhere. Don't try it anywhere. So I didn't have a drop of alcohol for at least 2 weeks now. Then I went downtown to the liquor store today, collected my bottle of rum. I have a 1 bottle of alcohol per month rule. This I've been doing it. It's been the last 12 months. There's been like 2 or 3 months where I exceeded the limit and like I'm doing more than 1 bottle. But I have a 1 bottle a month rule, which means I let myself buy 1 bottle of alcohol per month. And once that bottle is finished, once that bottle is finished, order. Ladies and gentlemen, chamber, order. Okay, yeah, that's the point. Order. Okay, this is the guy, the order guy. Okay, so where's the point? British Parliament order. Okay, I like that job. Order. What is the point? Where's I go with this? Yeah, I have a 1 bottle of alcohol per month rule, which means last month I bought 1 bottle 50% filet and whiskey. Once that was finished, let's say I finished it in 1 week, there's gonna be 3 weeks not drinking a drop of alcohol after that. If I finish this rum bottle in 2 weeks, there's gonna be 2 weeks of not drinking any alcohol after that. So that's how I treat alcohol. I have discipline. 1 bottle of alcohol per month. So I got my bottle of rum today. I didn't open it yet. If I finish it in a week, there'll be 3 weeks of not drinking after that. If I finish it in 2 weeks, it'll be 2 weeks of not drinking after that. So it's good to have some limits. Yeah. I have allergies. That means sometimes I touch something or I interact with something that has allergens on, and it's a sucking itch and things like this. So the showering, face washing, hand washing is a big part of the life. Okay, yeah. So what I did now, I got distracted. But normally, after boiling the water, put the salt in a glass bottle, fill it just a little bit, and then spin it around, and then fill it more. Now we're gonna bartender. Subcategory of this we've also been doing. So it's like 1 bottle of alcohol per month, and then assigning an amount. It's like a certain glass. It was like up to this amount in a day. Okay, and as with that, it's happened. There's like I exceeded, meaning it's like maybe for 2 weeks I can say I keep it to just this amount. And then another time it ends up like I screwed. Okay, we'll do 6 like this. Okay, so yeah, it's like don't try anything you see me do at home. Freedom. Okay, so we're gonna do now. I get my I get my. See, that was in the pocket. So. Okay, yeah. Which but it's not alcohol commercial. Drink responsibly, okay? Don't drink it all, but if you do it responsibly, or something like this. Worthy Park. This is Worthy Park Jamaican rum. Jamaica rum. Sans the single estate distilled, aged, blended, and bottled. Worthy Park 109. Jamaican owned, Jamaican made, 100% copper pot distilled. Patented 1670. First rum production 1741. So I don't know what they were doing before that. Wine maybe. Whiskey maybe. Family owned 1980. Since 1980. Product of Jamaica. 54.5% volume. So I guess there'll be 108 proof or 109 proof. Where it's like the double. It seems weird to me. It's like this is a monometric system here. So alcohol is measured in 54.5% in Sweden. And then you hear it's like Americans talk about alcohol. It's like 108 proof. And the first time I heard it, 108%, it's not even possible. No, it's half. So 50% would be 100 proof, I guess. And 40% would be 80 proof. Okay. So yeah, whatever. This is the Worthy Park. From field to glass, Worthy Park 109 dark is distilled, aged, blended, and bought on the historic Worthy Park estate. Jamaican owned and made. Worthy Park's truly authentic Jamaican rum and bought. Okay, 1 liter. Yeah. So we do the bartender stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go May. See, so you saw that. Okay. Okay. It's like it could be like, oh, it has a tangy undertone of molasses with the. So basically that's a okay. So okay. That's the read. It's like fancy connoisseur language, descriptive. Okay, fancy descriptive connoisseur lingo. Okay. So okay. So that's the thing. So. Um, we got the shot glass here. This is silver. Okay, this is silver border, part of the bartender grant. Okay, I call these gold and silver shots. They actually sell liquor that had gold flakes, edible gold in it, possibly silver, but it's still like a borderline case where it's like I don't know if the silver border. Okay, but this is silver border. So it's part of the gold. So I do 50-50. I call them gold silver shots. So it's half of this is silver water, and then the other half is alcohol. So this will end up being about 25% alcohol. With a straight tube, it will be easy to be precise with the measurements. Because as a centimeter of height, it's not like a centimeter of height stays this amount of centiliters from the top to the bottom. If it's wide at the top than at the bottom. This is also part of the marketing tricks that alcohol companies use, where they give the visual of like it appears to be more alcohol. See, you feel like you're getting more alcohol for the money. For example, if you have this doesn't have that, but if you this might be the opposite actually, where it might whatever is the point. If you have like this, okay, if you have a border, you look at it, liquor store, it looks like okay, there's that much liquor there, but it's like at the bottom of it. Okay, it fits less than you think it does. Yeah, so that's it, okay. It feels kind of smooth eating it, okay. 25% feels like nothing. I've been drinking whiskey before. That's 50-50, I call that the gold silver shots. So it's half of it is silver water, and then half of it is rum this time. And last time it was Finlager, 50% whiskey. So first time drinking now for these 2 weeks, and I've been taking a lot of vitamins today, which means I don't think I'll be. I don't. God damn it. Okay, I'm not. It's gonna be harder for me to get drunk due to the amount of vitamin C I've been taking today. Take a liposomal vitamin C earlier today, and multigram amounts of regular vitamin C. I believe that it's harder to get drunk if you're not vitamin C deficient, and I'm certainly not vitamin C deficient, given the amounts of vitamin C that I take. Now I'm still gonna take it kind of easy with that. So yeah, so I like this carry method, like I said before, and this works for overt carry, like in situations like this, okay, and for covert carry. If you have the pants up high enough and the shirt down low enough, you can have this covert carry. Like this is a way to carry, depending on clothing style. If you wear like a tank top or some kind of tight fit compression shirt, it's like always not gonna be covered. It depends on your clothing style. But It can be carried like this, and it's about as easy to reach with both hands. You can also have it in the pocket. Here. Now, for more security point, I might have to grab the sheet with one hand and pull on the handle with the other one. Because it can happen, if you just pull on it, that you get the whole package out, like the sheet and the knife, which is the second step of deployment, or freeing the knife from the sheath. Now this has a little thing here. So, here. So you can do it like this. Push out and then pull. Where I'm trying to get this against the inside of the pocket to get traction. It's really my niche here. If you wanted to have this in your pocket for some reason, so if I pull it, you notice how there's a way to pull it where I end up holding the whole package, the sheath and the knife. But I pull this, like I want to have the knife unsheathed. So there's different ways I can do that. Here, and this is one of the things when I did unboxing the first time practicing like deploying it, I cut my finger actually. So I figured out the technique. So what I did was this, the wrong way here, and then pull and end up cutting myself like this, like here. Like, okay, only fast, rapid, like here, okay, and I see, like pulling it like this, I end up getting cut, okay. So what I figured out is the technique for this is, or technique, is this finger here on this little knob here, and then these two fingers on the sides, and then push, pull, okay, yeah, see here. And then this next step becomes acquiring a proper grip, because this is not a proper grip for slashing or stabbing. It's like this here. See here, or see here. So injury risk statistically is said to increase if people have been, if people are intoxicated. So say, okay, so we're taking that into consideration. To sobriety, okay. Yeah, okay. So I feel like ending this. Why? Because I've been training and it becomes a different type of content. So we'll end this and I'll start another one possibly a little bit later. Yeah. That's a better video.